welcome to my channel. My name is Hannah, and today I wanted to show you one of my most favorite ways to consume kale. I have noticed a lot of vegan spots have their own version of this garlicky kale. My favorite place and the first place that I ever tried it was where I live in DC. We have a lot of vegan soul food restaurants and they just really nailed it. I haven't had it anywhere else that I liked it better than theirs. So I am going to show you how I've replicated that recipe. It's really good for the base of salads or veggie bowls. The good thing about this recipe is that you can make a lot of it at one time and it will store in the fridge for a few days. So you just need one bunch of kale that I have washed really well and chopped roughly and de-stemmed it. I like to wash all of my veggies by soaking them in a little bit of baking powder and white vinegar and then fill up the rest of the bowl with cold water. And once you swish it around in that and let it soak for a few minutes, you'll be amazed like all the crap that just sinks to the bottom of that bowl. So definitely wash your veggies properly. So then the way that I'm gonna make the sauce for this kale is I'm going to add the juice from one lemon. Then I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of miso. This is chickpea miso. So you can use whatever kind of miso you want, doesn't really matter. Obviously you need garlic. I'm gonna use about 3 cloves of garlic. I like a lot of garlic. You can add more or less. Just a tiny drizzle of, you can use regular olive oil, but I have this lemon infused olive oil that I really like, so I'm gonna use just like, I wanna say like a tablespoon, no more. I try not to consume a whole ton of oil. And then you're gonna need about a 1/4 cup or so of, you can use soy sauce or liquid aminos, or you can just use regular salt if you want to, but I just really like the way that the coconut aminos tastes. And then this is about a cup of raw cashews that I have soaked in water overnight. So I'm gonna add that. And then this is about 1/3 of a cup of nutritional yeast. If you don't like nutritional yeast, you can totally just leave that out. And then you can add apple cider vinegar, but I don't know if you know what fire cider is, you can just Google it. I made some fire cider. I really like the flavor that it has, so I cook with it all the time, especially in like salad dressings and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna add, I don't know, a couple tablespoons, not too much. It has a really strong flavor. And then a little bit of black pepper. Or, well, I like to use a lot of black pepper. And then I'm gonna add just a little bit of water to start out. And then I'm gonna look at the consistency after it's blended for a little bit. But also like liquidy enough that it's easy to pour out. So I like this consistency, is pretty good. I don't know if you can really tell through the video, but this is how I like it. Now we're done with the blender. Also, it really helps to have a high-powered blender. You don't have to have a Vitamix, but it does need to be high-powered enough that it will really get the cashews like super smooth. So then you just pour this all onto your kale. I know it looks like a lot. That's because it is. And then one step that is really important here is to take a few minutes to really massage it into the kale. Because as you kind of squish the kale, not only does the sauce really get in there good and deep like, but it also starts to break down the kale a little bit and it makes it a little bit easier to chew, and it takes away a lot of the bitterness of kale. So if you're a person that doesn't think that you like kale, try doing this with it before you're gonna eat it. Not necessarily with this sauce, but just taking a couple minutes to really like basically squish it. I don't really like the term massage, but that's what recipes always say. I'm just gonna say squish it. And it gets a lot smaller. Like, as you can see, this was a full bowl, and now it's like halfway, not even halfway full, like a third of the way full. And you can just put this in a Tupperware container in the fridge. You can eat it right away, but I actually think it tastes better when you let it like marinate overnight. So you might want to try it the very next day and see how you like that too. And that's it, you guys. It's really simple. Like I said, obviously it doesn't require any cooking, which is nice. And you can make a whole bunch of it ahead of time, and it's really healthy. So if you have any questions, let me know. Just shoot me a comment or message me on Instagram or something. But thanks for watching.